Dang.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, apparently, okay, that's like the tone setter then, huh?
Indeed. What up, Buzz fam? We back with another album reaction. I'm Casey.
Yeah, it's Court.
Yo, so Buzz fam, we're here doing My Chemical Romance's 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, but we do, or we were told by the channel manager that we got to start with this song because apparently it plays into the storyline that goes into 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Yeah. And then with the title there, you know, is what, you know, like the man and the woman.
Oh yeah, the man, the woman, and the
like
bodies
thousand
corpses or whatever.
Yeah, of evil men.
Of evil men, yeah. So I kind of got the feeling from this one, like the way, like right off the rip, the way it started out, was giving me some like Bonnie and Clyde kind of vibes.
And it's kind of, I mean, I know, just like I'm giving like kind of like the title of the album. It's kind of like, in a way, like this is just kind of like the overall kind of like the, I don't know, like a recap, like you should say, or just, you know, hey, like this is what happened, like this is where we're at right now, you know, like in the pool of blood, because like we're talking about like 1,000 corpse already.
So you think we're gonna go back in history
like,
for the album?
I think maybe something like that, man, because of like how this is coming at us and like how we were told that we should listen to this first. Yeah. You know, I just feel like this is kind of like, you know, summing up, you know,
kind of like when you watch a movie and it shows the end and then it goes like 3 weeks prior or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Though, you know, they're standing there in the pool of blood and
that's
you know, those 1,000 corpses or whatever, you know. So
yeah.
So that's what kind of so sometime to thinking, but I've been wrong before. So
all right, Buzz fam. So we're gonna get started with this album. Obviously, I've heard most of the songs because the channel manager is my wife and she loves My Chemical Romance, but I don't really listen deeply to most of these songs because mostly I listen to hip hop, both of us. I don't think Court's ever heard probably any of these songs
at all.
I actually don't think I've heard Demolition Lovers though before. I'm pretty sure that was the first time
I never heard it either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the first time I heard this one. But yeah, Buzz fam, if you're new here, welcome to the Buzz fam. We chop up the videos over here on YouTube so they don't get blocked for copyright. But if you want our full uncut reaction, go check it out on the Patreon.
Oh yeah.
We also, as you see, we got some new merch. Go beersandbars.shop. Check that out. We got beer, we're working on beer glasses. They're coming soon. We got coasters and bottle openers and all kinds of stuff over there. So go check that out. And without further ado, Buzz fam,
about to get into it.
We're about to get. All right, let's do it, Buzz fam.
Drop it like it's hard.
Cheers.
I'm gonna go just like the hearse you. Tired of getting again. We are so far from you. Burning on just like a matches, trying to incinerate the lives of everyone you've known. We are the very hurt you sold. And what's the worst you take from every heart you break? And like the blade you sting, well, I've been holding on tonight. What's the worst thing I can say? Things are better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night. Well, if you carry on this way, good night. So long and good night. Well, if you carry on this way, things are better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night.
Well. Okay, so so first of all, the instrumental on this one is like part of like one of my favorite things. Either he does that thing with his voice, it's like like that wobble to it a little bit, you know?
Definitely.
And then just like the instrumental, like across the board, like the whole way, like it's just, even if you have no idea what he's talking about or what he's saying, it just sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, you know what, man? Like, when I'm hearing the song, it kind of takes me back to, remember the Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie? You know, like at the beginning, kind of like how Brad, you know, and old girl meets, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, and it's like there's like chaos around them, though, you know. And this is what I'm kind of like picturing with this right here. I don't know if it's like a first date situation or they already know each other or
Yeah.
something like that, though, you know. But it's kind of just like, hey, they're like surrounded by chaos, but they're I mean like chemistry, so you know, like it's like so deep
Yeah.
though, and it's just like kind of like I don't care what's going on around us. I don't want to say goodnight though, you
Right.
know. So
Yeah, that could
that's
be.
what it's kind of, you know, I'm doing for me right now, at least. So, you know, that's what I'm kind of picturing.
I kind of like that. I don't know, like, because we got told there's a story, like,
Yeah.
if I kind of am looking for it. I don't know though if this one's part of the story or not.
Yeah.
Like it could be,
Like it could,
or it
yeah.
could just be, you know, like
Yeah.
it's just like one of those songs that like could fit right, but maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't. I don't know. Comments. You're gonna have to help us out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna roast us in the comments
Yeah.
about like this was part of the story. How'd you miss that thing and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It's going to happen. Trust me.
One-
And especially like with a first time listener, I am going to probably get like 3% of the 3% that, you know, I think I have.
Yeah,
You
right.
know?
Indeed.
Yeah.
But all right, Bus Fam, let's keep it rolling.
Yep.
What
So
do we got next?
give him hell, kid.
Give them hell. Dang.
Ah, damn.
That was a quick one.
Yeah, man.
So like
Wow.
I wish I miss you more than I missed you yesterday. That kind of like just makes me feel like they maybe had like a little falling out. Kind of like what you're talking about with Mr. and
Yeah.
Mrs. Smith, right?
Yeah.
Where like they were cool and they had like a little bit of a falling out, and then he's like, "But I miss you, and I still like want to be with you," that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. That's what I'm kind of getting, though, you know. Yeah, so I don't know, like, if this is kind of just like the... Yeah, I mean, like, it does kind of sound like, hey, like, they're taking a break or whatever, or I don't know, or maybe, I don't know, like, he's just out doing, like, whatever right now, though, you know, and...
but he talks about being out there and be like in a total wreck and all this kind of stuff almost every day. He's just like, although also this could just be him like projecting like some of his actual life, because I remember watching the documentary about Gerard and My Chemical Romance with the channel manager. I don't know, 6 months ago or something.
Yeah.
And he had like a big time like binge drinking problem for like a while, like where like in the documentary he's like outside the tour buses like throwing up all the time or like passing out, falling over curbs and stuff. And he's just completely trashed. So I don't know if he's just like talking about like he's out there just like living the rocker dream right now, right? Back in 04. And then like also he's like just trashed out of his mind every day, and he's kind of just writing about that.
Yeah, I don't know, or that could be the case, too, as well.
You're gonna have to help us out in the comments.
I know I'm gonna have to
Buzz
get it. Yeah, obviously, though, you know.
Buzz Fam, we purposely do not do research ahead of time on albums and songs that we listen to, because we want to engage with the comment section more, and we want to like have like a legitimate reaction to what's going on.
Yeah, exactly, y'all. All right, so we about to get into the end
To the end.
right now.
Only at song 3, and we're to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, It's like the end and the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Send my resignation to the bottom. This elevator only goes up to 10. He's not around, he's always looking at man. Tell by the crew he doesn't have many friends. As they are flexed out and blow to snap a shot with the land. If you marry me, would you bury me? Would you carry me to the end?
You know what, bro? I think, with the last thing that you were talking about, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like thinking about what you said, man, about, I'm like Jared's life, right? I mean,
Gerard, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, and just kind of like on what he was doing, I guess, though, beforehand. And so I'm wondering, like, like if this is kind of like tying to that or whatever.
Well, it could be that,
in
but
a way, or
this one I think this one I think ties into that Demolition Love song because like she keeps like a picture of the bodies and all that stuff, right? And so he's over here like cutting them down like that 1,000 corpses thing over here, and he's like he is trying to figure out if he's one of them. I think you know what I mean, or like if she's just like slicing them up and going through all this stuff because he's over here like say goodbye to like the vows you made and say goodbye to all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what I'm wondering is if like, cause he was asking, I don't remember which verse it was, but he was saying something along the lines of like, are you, would you love me? Would you carry me? Would you bury me? So like, it's almost like the Bonnie and Clyde thing I was talking about from the beginning, right? Like where like, did you find your soulmate? Like, or not even Bonnie and Clyde, like Joker and Harley Quinn, right? Like you find your like crazy counterpart, almost. So I don't know if it's something like that as well, whereas like then they're like say goodbye to all these vows and all these things you made because we're gonna go torch this town and start slicing bodies up. She's already crazy. I'm crazy. We heard about how his life was going in the last one, right?
So hey, no, let's just be crazy together. Let's just do this or whatever though.
We're gonna have nothing to do with anything and we're just spitting in the wind.
Yeah. So you about to get to what they do, guys. Like us in prison.
Just that title.
Okay. All right, we about to check this out right here. You about to see what's up.
Well, now you've got my attention.
In the middle of a gunfight, in the center of a restaurant, they say, come with your arms raised high. Well, they're never gonna get me. Like a bullet through a flock of doves to wage this war against your faith in me. Your life will never be the same on your mother's can't. And you don't know how we're just human as God had made us. We're the chaos, we're like too much to learn, just not enough of this pain in my heart for your tongue and wish I kiss your lips.
Yo. Okay, so this one was a little extra, right?
Yeah.
Because I was expecting, you know what they do to guys like us in prison to be on like some sort of like you mess with somebody like girls or like something, right?
Or
like
if we do, you know, this
certain
or that
things,
or whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna get
like
messed up in prison.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was talking about like what the prison does to guys like you, like because I'm a murderer. We're going down in this this cafe or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're gonna shoot this place up and like I'm gonna get the death penalty. They're gonna string me up or they're gonna hang me and do all this kind of thing.
Yeah, and it sounded kind of like to me, I'm like in some ways, just like kind of like I'm throughout the song that they're, you know, kind of I guess, you know, hey, like we got nothing to lose, hey, let's just try to just like break out this mother.
Right.
They're
like,
they're
going out in
like
the blaze of glory.
You know? Yeah.
But then he says some stuff, and I don't know if she sells him out because he says something. I don't see if I can find it in here. Something about I think you want to sing along. No, he says something about stringing you up because I'm gonna. He's like, "Do you have the key to the hotel? Because I'm gonna string this mother
on fire."
On fire. Because that makes me feel like you getting like strung along. Like he's like kind of like playing on words right there. Like you're stringing him along.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna string this dude on fire and I'm gonna burn. Like I'm gonna torch him. He's going out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This one, like, I think I've understood why. Like, I don't really know any like the words for this because without having the words up, Buzz fam, some of it is difficult for me to like dissect or like hear on like first, second listen. And I think it's mostly because I just like to listen to like the music in the background, the guitar and the drums and all that stuff. Yeah. And like he harmonizes it really well with his voice, but like I don't really like pay attention usually to what he's saying.
Yeah, man. And that's just, you know what, and that's been like me for like the longest time in the way though. It's just like when you get a certain instrumental that just kind of just like gets you though, it's just like, damn, man, like I'm trying to, you know, I'm sick to like what's going on in the song too though, you know, but I'm enjoying this other part of it too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does get kind of, you know, hard though, you know, but, you know.
Now I have heard this song like a billion times because my kids, my wife is indoctrinating them. They like this next one. Gotcha. I'm Not Okay, which I feel like I don't know if this is the best song to be teaching kids.
Okay, well, I'm not. Well, you know, I haven't heard this though. You know,
but you let me know what you think at the end.
Okay, all right. Okay, about to see. We are about to see.
Did this one.
Oh,
maybe we reacted to this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't recall Buzz Fam, but I think we might have reacted to that one a while back. But I just gotta point out this one line that I don't think I ever caught before. To be a joke and look another line without a hook. So like, not only are you getting called the joke, but you got no punchline either. You got no hook to like come. Like, all right, Gerard, I see you. Bars.
Yeah. I came bar on a rock song. What's up?
Getting barred out on a rock song.
I got you double. I got
while
you double.
Screaming at me.
I got you double.
I'm gonna scream bars at you, Buzz
hell
Fam.
yeah.
That's pretty clever.
You know, the Ghost of You title kind of looks familiar.
The Ghost of You, I think we did as well.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of these songs, Buzz Fam, that we reacted to individually on the channel. So if you want to see those breakdowns or our original first reactions to them, check those out as well. Don't forget, if you want the uncut up version, check it out on Patreon. We got to cut up the songs, otherwise they get blocked. If you're new to reactions, because I know that reactions is in large part a hip hop scene, but you have to pause the video every certain amount of times.
Yes.
Otherwise they get blocked for copyright and all this kind of stuff. So when we do an entire song, one listen all the way through, we're not able to not cut it up in order to get it on YouTube. That's why we put the full uncut version over on Patreon.
Yep.
So go check it out over there if you want.
Yeah, uncut, no, like no skips or nothing like that. All right,
Indeed.
just all
Start to
reaction.
finish.
Yep.
All right, let's see about this Ghost. But I think that one also was part of the thing.
Could be.
I never said I'd lie and wait for now. At the top of my lungs, in my arms, she dies. She dies. At the end of the world, or the last thing I see, you are never coming home, never coming home. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gone. At the end of the world, or the last thing I see, you are never coming home, never coming home, never coming home, never coming home. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, never coming home, never coming home. And all the wounds that are ever gonna scar me, for all the ghosts that are never
Damn. Sounds so much better on vinyl.
Yeah, it does. Well, I don't know that.
We did this one on YouTube.
Was that?
I don't know if that was going into the
Transitional
next
piece?
one or not.
Yeah, but yo, man, now that I'm listening, now that I'm listening to this back now, and I probably might get roasted in the comments for this, I don't know, or get props, I don't know. Just like I'm having like where y'all take it though, but like during the verses, kind of like the breakdown, just like the beats and stuff like that, and then kind of in the way, him, my man was singing though, it was giving me kind of like some Incubus vibes in some way though.
Incubus? Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay.
man. Like it really was though, and it's like I know that the voices aren't, too similar though, but I'm saying it's just kind of just like the style, just kind of like the swag, it just kind of like took me there for a second.
Yeah. I don't know about Incubus vibes, but like I was kind of like mostly thinking about like our original reaction to this. I'm pretty sure this is the one that had like that Saving Private Ryan type video.
Yeah.
You remember where like he was like talking about being at the edge of the world and they're like storming the beach of like Normandy or something or like whatever for like the video and all this kind of stuff. But now hearing it and like hearing the other songs that like could be going with it, right?
Yeah.
He could also like just be talking about like slaying like all these people, right? But then like his girl is back home, and like is she gonna remember him and like all that kind of stuff, right? Like and like he's like kind of thinking like, am I ever gonna even be home to that, right? And so like he could just be talking about the whole thing could just be him talking about like going to war kind of thing
or
too.
just like I'm getting back to her though.
You're getting back or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, are you ever even like, or like, what's going to be haunting me? Like, is it going to be like some of this, like these bodies that I've seen and all this kind of stuff? Or is it going to be the fact that I didn't make it back, or the smiles that you sent, or maybe like a Dear John letter kind of thing?
Or
all
how
kinds
many people that I got to take out to get back to you. You know?
Right. Yeah. Because he's like talks about never coming home and all this kind of stuff. Right. But then it could also just, the whole thing could just be a metaphor.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're not together anymore. And he's like, what's going to haunt me the most kind of thing.
All right. So we about to get into this next one here. So Jetset Life. Gonna kill
It's going to kill you. Interesting titles.
Yeah.
Sometimes 34 hours.
Yeah.
She done broke the hole so I can breathe. She bought the last line. I'm just the worst kind of guy to argue with what you might find. And for the last night I lie. Could I lie with you?
I like that.
The hardest part of living on a to come down this day of life. Lost in the prescription she's got. Chamber
I think that's him. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Bus fam. Now, so this one I feel has to be part of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's talking about her and like she's gonna pull the plug, but I want to know your name. So it kind of goes back into that like that Bonnie and Clyde kind of vibe. Like we just been going through this whole thing, and if it's the last thing I do, I want to lie with you. Though my man's got bars. Let's just say that, right? Because what did he say about the lion? He says, and for the last night, I lie.
Yeah.
Can I lie next to you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now that's like maybe a quadruple.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like you could just say like the last night that I lie, like I lie down.
Yeah. Like
and I lie with
down.
you. Right?
Yeah.
But you could also be like, if I'm lying,
Yeah.
can that lying be with you?
Yeah.
Right? Or can I like lie to myself while I'm lying with you that like this is going somewhere kind of thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's like so many ways you could bend that
There's
into
like a lot of ways that you could like skin that. Yeah.
You could think that in like, dang.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So it is pretty deep though. Yeah, man. And yeah, and it's like like when I was like listening to the song too, I was like thinking, I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't know, like it kind of like feels like, like this is kind of like where the chaos is starting to,
This is the
kind of like in a way, it's starting to kind of.
Yeah, this is the moment in Mr. and Mrs. Smith when the whole building's blowing up and they're still like fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Right? And like it's because he's like it gives the weak fight. It gives the blind sight.
Yeah.
So he's definitely talking about that thing, right?
Yeah.
Like he's like, Yo,
Yeah.
she's got that thing that's keeping me going over here.
Yeah,
But she's
definitely.
also, I don't even know her name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Buzz family's gonna be like, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We probably don't know, you know.
But we're gonna flip the disc.
95% sure that we don't know.
Winging it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna flip the disc, Buzz fam. We'll be right back. We'll check out the interlude and we'll roll straight into thank you for the Venom.
Yep.
We'll see you in a second. And if you're just joining us, welcome. If you skipped ahead to this part for whatever reason, welcome. Check out the Patreon for the uncut version.
Yep.
In that interlude,
Oh yeah. Get it.
we're gonna thank you for some Venom. Got that Venom. That Venom. They don't know what hit them. Who knows that song, Buzz fam?
Whoa. Man, that was pretty deep, man. Running after something that you'll never kill. Damn.
So that
Like a never ending chase or whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. Like it kind of like sounds like, I don't know. Like maybe, I don't know. Like maybe he is like trying to talk his interest into, hey, look, like this is kind of like a losing game or whatever. Or like if you're going to do that, hey, like you got to pass me first. Like you got to,
right.
You know what I mean?
But but then that makes me wonder who he's talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
yeah.
see, give me all your poison, give me all your pills, your hopeless hearts, and I'll give you, and give me all your hopeless hearts.
Yeah.
It almost seems like he's like the devil or something, and he's just killing a bunch of people that have addiction.
Or that could be.
But then, so maybe this one doesn't have anything to do with the storyline, you know, or like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. I'm gonna leave it pretty much. Yeah, I don't know, Buzz fam. This like, because it doesn't tie into like the whole like Mr. and Mrs. Smith theme that we've kind of been talking about like throughout. It's more of like unless they're saying like the thing that they're doing isn't working because they're not like getting the feel from it anymore, like the thrills that they were getting from doing whatever. But I don't know. This one's cool because of like the way it's played. Like it's a lot of fun to kind of listen to, but at the same time, you're talking about it's really deep. And now like we're going through like the lyrics and stuff, and it's just like, give me all your hopeless hearts and make me ill. You're running after something that you'll never kill. If this is what you want, then fire at will.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like to me, like it just feels like kind of. I mean, yeah, and maybe Mr. and Mrs. Smith is like a bad reference. I don't know. Yeah, like I'm talking about like how they met, like they met in chaos or whatever. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like they're probably like in the midst of like where they are making things bloody, like they are killing people or whatever, but like they're not getting to the person that they want right now. Yeah, it's like that person that they want is uncatchable though, and it's just kind of like a never-ending battle trying to get to maybe like the one or like I'm hitting the snake or whatever though, like you know what I mean?
Or what they want.
Yeah, or what they want or whatever, like whatever the end goal is, like they're gonna keep on chasing me
because they're like slashing through 1,000 people. But what is it they're trying to get to?
Yeah,
by
what is
doing
the
that
excitement of it all? Yeah,
right. The corpses of 1,000 evil men, and like the corpse of 1,000 evil men talks to the pills and all this kind of stuff, and you're just cutting through them all. So that could have some sort of tie into it, right? But like, even if you do that, what are you getting? Like, what's the end state of chopping through the corpses of 1,000 evil men? Like, you cut them all down, but it's kind of like the snake that keeps growing heads. Like, there's 1,000 more where that came from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got with Hang 'em High. Because sounds like we just chopped up a bunch of people. We're cutting them down. So now we're hanging them out to dry.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go. As soon as I drop that.
Drop the needle. Ford over here forgetting his role.
Sunset, would I lie to you? Well, I've got something to say. Grab your six gun from your back, run off the ignition. Would I die for you? Well, here's your answer in space. Shotgun sailors, wild eyes, but don't stop. If I fall and don't look back, oh baby, don't stop. Bury me and fade to black.
Like that was kind of in the transition.
Yo, tell me that's not a horror movie. Well, but like, don't stop. Like, even if I fall, like like a horror movie, somebody falls and they stop to pick them up.
Yeah, man, there's always like somebody that trips. Keep on going.
But what made me think of that originally was something about coming out of the pine box. Almost like you were like being raised from the dead.
Yeah.
Hang on, where was it? All is said, and I'm done. Climb out from the pine box. Well, I'm asking you. Got nothing to say. The angels just cut out her tongue.
Wow.
So like from that last one where they're out here hunting people with all these problems.
Yeah.
And then you come into this one. Like.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I like how he plays off the mass convulsions, strike the choir by the grace of God. That's just impeccable right there.
Yeah, that is, man.
All right, Buzz fam. What do we got next?
Got Cemetery Drive.
Bro, we coming out of the pine box in the Cemetery Drive, and we ain't trying to fall down. Tell me this is not. This is. I think we might have been wrong about the beginning.
Could have been maybe
because we were thinking like Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibes, but now I'm wondering if it was darker all along.
Yeah.
Okay, Buzz fam, you're gonna have to drop a comment down below and let us know. Like, are we on the right path? Are we getting warmer over here?
Yeah. Like you guys are in Antarctica right now. Cold. Not even close.
But what you did to me, or what I'll do to you, you get what everyone else gets. You get a lifetime. Do you remember back there when we met? You told me this gets harder. Well, it did. Been holding on forever, but makes me that when I'm gone, you'll kill my enemies today. Just you and I, your starless eyes with me. And memories for me, you took to me, but would you kill me in my sleep? We still like the dead, from the ringside to the referee. We can lose ourselves and paint these walls and let you fall around. I will avenge my ghost with every breath I take. I'm coming back throughout the day. When I take you home with me, I'll take it back the life you stole. This all you put me in, was it deeper in now? And where you go, just know that I will remember you. I've lost my fear of falling. I will be with you. Oh, I will be with you.
Yo, so we said the
Okay.
wrong song.
Okay.
It's not a fashion statement. It's a death wish.
Oh,
It's the name of this song. But
gotcha. So they kind of like flipped it on us right in there because
no, we just read the next one and we were actually only on this. The Cemetery Drive is coming next.
okay.
Because we just did Hang 'em High. And then
Yeah.
we just did this one. And now
Okay.
we're doing
Gotcha.
Cemetery Drive next. But,
Yeah, man.
But this one,
dude,
Yo.
you know, I'm trying to like take back the ghost that was.
yeah.
Yeah, man. And I was kind of like, I'm thinking back to like one of the earlier titles like the ghost, you know, from you or whatever. And I'm just kind of just like wondering like if there's like some tie to that right there though, you know, because like I guess you know like this person, I'm like he's like already dead or whatever though, you know,
Yeah.
he's coming back, you know, to
He's coming
you know,
back.
to like get what's his, you know, before
But-
he.
But is he getting what's his? Or is he turned into like a demon or something? Where he's
Yeah.
got to go and kill a bunch of people?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
get it back.
Because he was coming
Yeah.
out the pine. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that could be to get it back.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
so that's what I'm. Yeah,
So you think he's being brought back to life? Or he's going to kill people to
Yeah.
get his life back?
yes, and that's what I'm thinking right now, man. That's what I'm kind of thinking, you know.
So he died.
Yeah. And now he's back to avenge, you know, like what happened to him, and he's searching, you know, and then like whoever, you know, like
Or
they're
she's searching either way.
okay, yeah, it's like I'm either one, like they're searching for the one that is responsible, you know, but then like in the earlier song too, though, you know, talking about how, you know, like they're chasing something that like they're never going to
They're never going to get. Right.
get. And so I'm wondering, you know, like the ghosts too, like are they ever going to get that back? Like maybe like they're trying to get to it though, you know, too.
It's almost
as
like
well. So
they're-
that's kind of
Almost like they're kind of like told,
yeah,
like the
so they're
devil or
trying to
something.
like get
like-
back a part of them that they, you know,
that they
can't
lost. And that's why they're killing all the dudes with pills and all the bad actors out there.
Get. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we were way off at the beginning. If that's the way we're going.
Like they're like, yeah, and you're still way off. And I'm like,
yeah, probably. But that makes way more sense now. He's popping out the pine box and doing all this stuff, and then like coming after you, like even if you fall, like doesn't matter. Like, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to go back to the beginning.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
All right, y'all, let's go.
Cemetery Drive.
This night, walk dead in a solitary stand, crash the cemetery gates in the dress your husband hates. Way down, mark the grave where the searchlights find us drinking by the mausoleum door. I miss you, I miss you so bad. And the collision of your chaos that made it so
It's going down. Oh. That's like kissing somebody goodbye,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it is.
And they're going way down, way down. But I'll miss you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. 80s.
And the inclusion of your kiss made it so hard. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes so much sense
And
with
way down
Cemetery
6
Drive.
feet, yeah.
And that makes way sense. Like with Cemetery Drive, like we're dropping you off and putting you down, and you're going way down. And it's like, when will I miss you?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Who knew that My Chemical Romance was so deep?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
They're way
I know.
down.
I know. Way down.
Bury me deep.
Damn. Okay, now we about to get into I never told you what I do for a living.
What I do. Ooh. So like, are we getting like a, kind of like the Devil Wear Prada, like the devil's walking with you, and you never really ask what they do for a living.
Yeah.
They're just really like a demon or the devil walking you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh.
Yo, this is good. Like, I've heard a bunch of these songs a lot of times, but man, I'd never realized it was talking about anything.
Yeah, man. Like the channel manager didn't school you.
No, she did not. She probably did. I probably just wasn't paying attention.
Like,
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, that's right. I'm answering all my questions. Answered all my questions. No. All right, let's go.
Stay out of the light. All the photographs that I gave you. You can say a prayer if you need to, but just get in line and I'll breathe you. Can I meet you alone? Another night and I'll see you. Another night and I'll be you. Some other way to continue to hide my face. Another knife in my hands. A stain that never comes off the sheets. On we go. Touched by angels, so I fall out of grace. I did it all, so maybe I'll live this every day. Another knife in my hands. A stain that never comes off the sheets. Clean me off. And I'm so dirty, babe. It ain't the money and it sure as hell ain't just for the fame. It's for the bodies I claim and lose. Only goes so dance along to the tune of your death. We'll love again, and shots to the back of the head, and we're all dead now.
Damn.
Well, never again, and never again. They gave us 2 shots to the back of the head, and we're all dead now. Right up this way, so much better off this way. I can't sleep, the cut out the sheets in my bed. Never again, they gave us 2 shots to the back of the head, and we're all
Woo.
Dude, so this has got to be him realizing it doesn't matter. Like, he's never going to get there.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh, what did he say? There was my hands. No. Because he keeps talking about burying people. Like, it seems like he's just cutting through people.
Yeah.
And now his bed is, like, the bed he sleeps in is so bloody, he can never clean it anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Way to turn back, ain't
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
another knife in my hands,
Mm-hmm.
a stain that will never come off the sheets. Clean me off.
Yeah, man. But then the other thing, man, like the 2 shots in the back of the head, you know, their head.
I think it's, well, maybe.
Because that's what, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dance.
We're all
Man,
dancing along the
Yeah.
the tune of your death.
Or, yeah, it could be probably like about them. But I thought I was like seeing like 2 shots in the back of our head or something
That
like
could
that.
be.
So hold on. Like, it was like somewhere in there. Like scroll. Quick. And babe. Yeah, where did I see the 2 shots in the back of the head? I was seeing something. Or like maybe I was just like seeing things. Or what?
Could have been in the oh, here we go.
Okay.
They
They
gave,
gave us
2
2
shots
shots.
in the back of the head.
The back of the head.
And now we're all dead. We're all dead now.
Yeah, so it just kind of like made me wonder though, you know. I mean, I don't know, like could this be like one of those, I mean, like I know that this is like the second to the last song, but like could it be like one of those, you know, songs or just like a part of the story that was kind of like supposed to maybe happen in the beginning or towards the beginning though, you know, and they get shot up because like how they're talking about, you know, the ghost and finding my ghost and doing whatever it takes and stuff like that.
Well,
and they're on the
right, but they're doing whatever it takes, it seems like, to get back something, right? Or like maybe they made a deal with the devil or something. I don't know. But because this one, it makes it seem like, especially because at the beginning, he's like, they're trying to find ways to hide their face and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they're starting to feel guilt about killing people to get back what they want. And at first, maybe they're like, oh, well, we're only killing bad people, right? The drug addicts and the pill poppers and like all this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then like you had that one where it talks about, I'm never coming home, never coming home. No. That one makes me now think back on it. It makes me feel like that was a song basically saying like, it doesn't matter how many I kill, right? Because we watched that video and it's like during like World War II kind of scene, right? We're just killing thousands of people.
Yeah.
But he's saying, even I killed all these people, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm never going to get, that's the unobtainable goal thing, right? Like, where it's like, the devil probably told me if I kill enough people, then I can have my life back or something.
Yeah.
But now, like, I've fallen so far from grace, I think he said in one of the songs, like, even if I get my life back.
Yeah. Like everything's changed. Like everything.
I'm like sleeping in a pool of blood that like the stains aren't going away.
Yeah.
Okay. This is crazy.
Okay. All right. So bury me in black.
Bury me deep.
Alley.
6 feet. You know what I was just thinking? The comments are gonna hate us for like the first 3 or 4 songs. Is that it?
Let me.
Oh, it's not gonna be that far back. Oh, you know what? I don't think "Bury Me in Black" is on this vinyl. We might have to put it on. All right, Buzz fam, we'll be right back. We're gonna get "Bury Me in Black" back on the phone.
Yep.
So stay tuned for the last song because I wanted to see if it plays into the whole story and all that. But I don't think it's on the remastered album. I think I remember the channel manager saying something about that. So Buzz fam, we back. As you can see, we put the original album cover up over here because we have the remastered one. If you guys didn't know, actually, the album on the remastered one is crazy. If you put a strobe light over it, you can see it doing some like crazy different like things as it's spinning.
Got gun shooting,
bullets flying, all kinds of stuff. So I'll try to make sure I incorporate that somehow in the video. See if I can't like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to record it because you need a strobe light and you got to record it at the right frame rate in order to be able to see it. But
it seemed like My Chemical Romance wanted to like keep. You know, I mean, like, want to make everything complicated.
Indeed. Again, if you want to see the uncut version, the full uncut version, go check it out on the Patreon. Also, if you didn't notice, we did the Black Parade already. It's live on the Patreon.
Yes, it is.
And the cut up version's here live. And we got that one signed when we went and saw LS Dunes a little while back. So make sure to peep our LS Dunes. We did like a vlog from going to the show, the channel manager and I. But let's do it. Cheers. Damn, that's cool.
We got the fire. We got the fire, fucker. I wanna see what your insides look like. I bet you now pretty on the inside. Wanna see what your insides look like. I wanna see it. Well, you don't say. And when I can't explain what happened to me.
Dang.
Whoa.
So if I gotta guess, this is him trying to get a hold of the devil to be like, I want to see your eyes. I want to see what you made of.
Dude,
like I want
look,
to.
man, I did all of this.
I did all
for
this.
You know,
And this is how you were paying me.
It's some thanks I get.
Bury me in black because that makes me feel like he's buried in sin. You know what I mean? From all the things he did.
Yeah.
All the craziness. Okay, but man, now I gotta now I gotta wonder, like, do I like this one better than I like the Black Parade?
And that, I mean, I don't.
Because the story in the Black Parade was that like the cancer story, right? Like, or like at least that's how we took it. The comments got their own theories and whatnot, but the fact that they both tell stories is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of one of those things like where, I mean, it just depends on kind of like what day you're having, you know, like this right here seems like, I mean, it seems like it's more energetic, I think, in a way because of like what's going on though, you know, like it's kind of like a lot more going on. And it's like, I think, you know, with Black Parade, it was more, I mean, like, I'm not saying that it was calmer, but it was like more, you know, so it was just kind of like themed a certain way. I
kind of get what you're saying. I think the Black Parade was more polished.
Yeah.
Like, right. Yeah. Like it was more of like a polished album and it was more polished, I think is the word I'm going with. But this album feels more raw, but it feels fitting because it's raw because of the story.
Yeah.
Right. Because could you imagine if you were like hacking through 1,000 corpses or whatever, trying to get your life back or something, or whatever like is happening, like with the deal with the devil or however this is playing out, like you would be screaming and like coming off key a little bit here and there and like just doing your thing, like going crazy, right? And like, I want to see your eyes. I want to see like what you're made of. I want to see who you are, kind of thing. Like you would be like losing it a little bit, right? Like spinning off the rails. And so in that aspect, I like that it feels like it's kind of like twofold. If they meant to do it, then this one's better.
Yeah.
If it was just because they were a newer group and they weren't as polished because they were a newer group, then I think Black Parade's better, if that makes sense, right? Because like the Black Parade is clearly a more polished album, but but this one, it's like raw and edgy and kind of like grunge, right?
Yeah.
And it fits the story that they're telling.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if it's like that because it's fitting the story or if it's like that because they were a younger group at the time of making it. So you have to let us know what you guys think, Buzz Fam. What's their best album? I know the amount of hate that the other album gets. Like there's another one after Black Parade that I personally like. I think the most just for like listening, like where that. Obviously, I haven't dug deep into these, so I don't know like the stories and stuff. I don't even know if that new album has stories. I just know that I like some of the songs that are on there, like nah, 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 yeah, some of those other ones. But appreciate y'all pulling up.
Yep, and then also, hey, like remember if you want the full uncut of all of this, though, hey, gotta go onto the Patreon.
Indeed, and if you want to support the channel, go check out beersandbars.shop. Hit up the merch store. Grab some merch over there, help us out, and then let us know what else we should be reacting to in the future. Obviously, we got a couple more My Chem albums that we could react to, but then let us know what other bands you want us to react to. We got the Ellis Dune album over there we could react to, and a bunch of other stuff. So,
we'll see you on that next show.
Peace.